Hello YouTube, what's going on? It is JaKelXO. I am coming to you with a topic that was kind of on my mind of the past Raw episode of with LA Knight and CM Punk kind of feuding with each other, and both in discussion of fighting for the heavyweight championship. And I want to deep dive in my opinion of what I feel about the situation and who should be next. And my pick, as it says in the title, I would give it to LA Knight. And so before I deep dive, I just want to let you know and remind you to follow me on my socials at JaKelXO. I am very active on there. I am always reposting or giving up updates of my content, so definitely check out over there. I have extra work on my Instagram page, but let's proceed with the conversation and I hope you enjoy. Now, with LA Knight, there's a lot of positives about him when it comes to him being on the men's division. And his switch over to Raw now has definitely brought a lot of buzz because a lot of people are behind LA Knight and he gets the crowd going due to his charisma that he has. And me personally, in the beginning when I had gotten my eye on LA Knight, I really didn't click with him too much, but after a while when I kept seeing his work, I came a little bit more intrigued and a lot more excited to see him on screen anytime because I love his mic work and I love his engagement with the colleagues of any promo backstage segment he has with anyone. It's always entertaining. But far as like him being in the title picture so many times, he's had some success. You know, he's had the United States Championship twice and it's been a good run with him. Was it short-lived? A little bit, yes, but hey, some things move on and that's okay. But I will definitely say I really feel like LA Knight should have a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship just due to the fact that he has, like as I said earlier, he has great charisma, so he keeps you intrigued. He can be serious and he can be funny at the same time. He has the crowd to rally behind him, which is very important. So he has a lot of credentials for people to back up of why he would be a great competitor to be the next one to win the championship. His feuds are always memorable as well too. When it comes to promos and when it comes to matches, you're able to go back and remember an LA Knight match that you enjoyed. And he also has a way of elevating himself as a champion. He's very good with and without the belt. He's able to carry and have that longevity to give you something to offer every time you see him on screen. Now, he has all of these great qualities, but the only downfall that I have with LA Knight is that he has great feuds with people, but he doesn't have stories that stick. He has these back and forth one-on-ones, arguments and clearing somebody, which is good, but he doesn't have a storyline that sticks so that way that it can elevate himself and it can elevate the division on the type of competitors he go up against, because he's just fighting with them, but he doesn't have a rival. There's people that don't like him, and that's fine. You're gonna have people that come across that aren't gonna like each other in that business and with the story, but that's the biggest thing with LA Knight is his psychology in the ring and storytelling in and outside of the ring. That is the problem that I have. That is the only thing that he can definitely improve in. Because I don't know if anybody else noticed, but I have noticed that in LA Knight's matches that he can put on a great match, but the only downfall is his storytelling in the ring doesn't back up enough. And so him incorporating storylines with the people he's feuded with will add much more value. So once he's champion, we understand how he earned this spot. He gained his opportunity to be the champion, so it adds more prestige and value to the title once he holds it. And that's the only downfall that I have with LA Knight. Yes, he has the charisma, he's able to be entertaining, and you love to see him on screen and see him in person when you go to live shows, but without that storytelling and having the crowd with the emotion to be driven while you're watching him is lackluster. But everything else, he's a total package. But if he's gonna step into that main event scene, as he constantly has been in and out of the mid card as well too, he's gonna have to carry that story with the big dogs, because with Roman carrying a story and Seth carrying a story, CM Punk carrying a story, they all have something that they emphasized on what they were fighting for, why they were racing to the top, why they wanted to be at the top. But LA Knight, he always calls himself the megastar, but he doesn't really explain in depth on why he's racing in order to be in the category of these top dogs. Like, and that's the missing piece with LA Knight. But as soon as he can improve in that department, he will be able to carry himself better as a champion, because he can carry himself without the title, which is good. But if he could just get that, then I'll get behind him. But I still can conclude and say that LA Knight would be a great choice as champion, because on Raw has not been the greatest. It has its good moments, but it's not really fun. It has kind of been a little boring. But with LA Knight moving on to Raw now, it has felt a little bit more exciting. So hopefully he can add a little bit more. And his feud going on with CM Punk, I hope that will be a good story between the two. And hopefully they can form something there, because LA Knight's a good wrestler. I find him entertaining, and I think he's a great addition to the men's divisions. But other than that, that's my conclusion. If you guys have any other comments that you'd like to share, I would love to hear your opinion on what you think. So leave a like and a comment and share my video to others so we can add other people to the conversation and hear other thoughts. But other than that, you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next conversation.